everybody, welcome back to the Ride of a Lifetime. It is a gorgeous Thursday for me today. This video will be coming out Sunday. Yeah, we're getting out on the bike, and it's like 73 degrees or something like that outside. It says 76, but it's a little colder than that, just a little. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the risers that I put on my bike. I don't know if you guys can tell from the camera angle, but I did put risers on my bike. After watching Burch's video of him doing the Reax risers on his, I wanted to do that on mine. I really liked how it looked, for one, but then two, I really liked how solid it kind of seemed. Oh, I just had like a burp or something. But yeah, I just had some really good breakfast. So yeah, I say breakfast and it was 12:38, but you know, sometimes you gotta have breakfast, you know. But yeah, I liked how super solid it looked, and it looked a little bit more solid than the pivoting risers, like what he mentioned in his video. So that's the reason why I thought, you know, hey, this might be a good thing to do on my bike. I've always wanted risers, but I don't know, I just kind of always not liked how the Reax risers seem to be like a fail point. I didn't want to, you know, pull up on the bars or something to like do something and, you know, it kind of move or whatever, and I'd have to pull over, tighten down all the bolts and everything again. So I just wanted something a little bit more solid. There were a little bit of problems that I ran into, which I'll kind of get into right now. But yeah, if you look at the right hand side of the windscreen, you'll notice that it's kind of sitting on the brake fluid reservoir right there, and I don't necessarily love that. That's kind of one of the issues I ran into, which right now I kind of just have a little piece of Velcro there, like a 3M Velcro piece. The reason why I put that there is so it's not rattling off this and digging in. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to be getting a new windscreen, which I've talked about in a couple videos previously, but I wanted to get a windscreen that's a little bit different. I wanted it to be clear, for one, but I kind of want it to bend a little bit here, which I think I could probably do myself with this one. But I have had people tell me that, you know, hey, it would be nice to have like something clear so you can still see through it. So as of right now, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm going to be getting a new one, and I'm just going to ask them to see if they can, you know, kind of shape it that way to kind of blend in a little bit more with the bat wing up front. And then one other thing I didn't really think about when I was doing this, whenever I was taking all the bolts apart, and I was oh, that tree looked like a person. I was like, I didn't see them before. But anyway, yeah, I took the bolts out. I did realize that the Batwing had some support from the actual handlebars themselves, with the OEM ones. So I was not thinking about that. So right now, what I have going on is I have some zip ties that are just tied around the Reax risers as of right now. It's seeming to hold it in place pretty well. Shout out to my Uncle Caleb. He really helped me with this project and everything. So you have a great day, sir. That's a really cool mailbox you got there. So that's what I've done there. I have cleaned up a little bit of the electrical. And when I got out and rode this for the first time, I really noticed how much taller this was, and it was way more comfortable, instead of leaning forward and putting a lot of strain on my back. But yeah, I do notice that my hands are up a little bit more, and oh, whoa, look at that house. I really like that. That's a nice house. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked, but I can definitely tell my hands are a little bit more relaxed, a little bit higher, which is a good thing. Another thing that I noticed too is that my mirrors, when as you can probably see right now, I can actually see behind me. I felt like before I had the risers, my shoulders were kind of in the way. They're still kind of in the way, but not as much as what they were before. That's another thing that I noticed that I'm really liking. I feel like I can see around me a little bit better, and I just feel a little bit more safe. Which comfortability on the bike itself, you just want that, so you're more comfortable with riding. You're more comfortable with your surroundings and what's going on. You always want to be diligent of, you know, your surrounding. But one of the other issues that I kind of ran into was the issue with the electrical. But the problem that I had with the electrical wasn't anything crazy. It was really my fault, and huge shout out to Slight and Burch for kind of helping me with this, because I noticed that, you know, there's a little clip I'll put up right now, but my dash was actually just flashing at me, and I was like, ooh, I don't like that at all, and I don't know if I have to reset it. So because I had to take the whole speedometer off, so I ended up doing that, and when I put it back on, I just had this flashing, and I had literally no clue what I did wrong. And then I did this project, and I started at like 12 noon, and I didn't get done till like 9. But I wanted to make sure I was doing it right, so I did some like red Loctite. I did as best a job as I could to, you know, wrap electrical, and I did all that. But up at the top right here, where you have all your electrical connections, I kind of had one switched out, and I had the wrong one going to the wrong place. And it was funny because I'm watching my own video, like I'm watching the GoPro footage of me taking it apart, and I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe that doesn't seem right. And I watched one of my old videos when I put the Batwing on for the first time, and just saw how the electrical was, and that really helped me. And I was like, oh, this is what I did wrong. So the gray goes with gray. I didn't know that they color coded it per se, but yeah, I didn't know they color coded it. So I was just kind of like, oh, well, I don't think they would make the connections to where, you know, they would just go on to whatever connection that was there. I figured they would use different connectors for each thing, so you couldn't screw it up. It was pretty much dummy proof. Well, you know, me being the dummy that I am, I screwed that up, and that's why the whole speedometer was flashing at me. And as soon as I figured that out and went home and kind of slept on it, I was like, oh, I just had those connections mix matched. And so what I did was put the gray with the gray, and then the black with the black. I didn't have to move the other one because the other one's like a huge rectangle, so didn't have to do that, and everything seemed to work out just fine. I am very, very happy with this mod that I did. I still got to tighten up the connections with some like electrical tape, which shouldn't be that bad at all. Should just be a quick, you know, 30-40 minutes. But what I did want to ask you guys is if you have any suggestions for a new windscreen that maybe you would like to see an install on, or if you think it would go good with the bike and kind of what I'm doing. I would like to kind of still have like a windscreen kind of like this. But yeah, I wanted to open the floor to you guys in the comments to let me know what kind of windscreen you would either like to see get installed on this, but something that would alleviate the zip ties on the risers themselves. I feel like that would be pretty good, because it's just kind of wobbling there, and until I put the zip ties down, it was just wobbling a lot and, you know, shaking. So every time I hit a bump, then yeah, it would just be pretty bad. So yeah, I wanted to open the comment section up, and if you guys have any suggestions, or, you know, if you want to see something installed on my bike that maybe I wouldn't think of, just put it down there, and yeah, maybe I'll make a video on that specific windscreen. Another thing that I wanted to address kind of in this video, just real quick, I am sorry that I haven't been posting so much. Weather has been kind of weird here, and with my days off, I have a set schedule at work when I have days off, and typically how the weather's been rolling, it's like my days that I work 10 hours or more, it's like this. It's sunny all day and perfect, and then the days that I'm off, which are like normally the days that I'm off are Sunday and Thursday. So when I have those days off, it's the same thing. It's like raining and cold or whatever. So I do apologize for not posting as much. I also did get a promotion at work, so my responsibilities have doubled. So that's the reason why you guys haven't been seeing a whole lot from me. But yeah, I do have a couple videos coming out here soon. I'll give you a little teaser since, ooh, that's a big old bump. I will give you a little teaser. If you can pause it at the right frame, then you'll know what my next install is. I will give you that kind of hint. But yeah, I do have an install coming up, and if you can pause it right now, you will know exactly what's going to be next on the channel. And Slight, you're not allowed to participate because you already know. So but yeah, let's get off real quick, and I will show you guys what I'm kind of dealing with. So I don't know how well you guys can see, but yeah, this is where I have things zip tied at, and that's kind of right there. This electrical I do need to clean up a little bit. You can kind of see it back there. And then I do want to tighten this up. I want to kind of put it right. I want to put this right here because I did take that box off that kind of houses all that together. So I want to fix that, and I think once I do that, I think everything will kind of be done. As you can tell probably from looking at the bike, you can see the handlebars have raised up quite a bit. So I'm really happy with it. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, please let me know by liking it down below and subscribing to The Ride of a Lifetime. I'd greatly appreciate it, and I will catch you all in the next ride. Peace.